Hello and welcome back to a special holiday edition of the presidential debate here on MSNS, NB, Fox, CNN, NBC. I'm Jack Bob.
And I'm Bob Jack. Before our presidential debate comes to an end, we are going to ask our four candidates one final question.
The question being posed to the four candidates is, going into the 2016 election, what is the most important topic to you and why?
Our four candidates, Cameron Walton, Mason Killebrew, Patrick Rickman, and Johnny Senior. And welcome back to CNN, MS, NS, BET. I'm here with Johnny Senior. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Jack Bob?
Good. Supposing that you do become president in the upcoming election, what is the most important issue to you that you're going to address to the U.S. population?
Well, when I become president of the United States, which I will, the most important topic to me that I need to fix or address, I would say, is probably immigration.
Immigration.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, okay, I have no problem with people wanting to immigrate from all over the world to the United States. It's a beautiful country. I love it here.
I would agree.
You love it here. Where I have an issue is with people coming in to the United States illegally, without the proper documentation, and people who aren't citizens. I have issue with this mostly just because I feel like they're taking away a lot of opportunities for the young people in our country. And I know a lot of people make the argument that, oh, well, they're probably not working, very high paying jobs, they just won't work. Well, so do the young people in our country who don't have jobs, and all the unemployed people who want jobs. And I feel like a lot of possible job opportunities are being lost for the young people of this country because of this problem. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't want to sound rude or inconsiderate when I say this, but I do not believe that it should be our country's problem to provide jobs with people of other countries. I believe it is their government's responsibility to provide them with jobs. And if their government is incapable of providing them with jobs, I believe it's completely fine that they should, in fact, be able to immigrate to the United States legally. And on the issue of legal immigration, I believe that we need to set new rules in place so that more people can immigrate into this country every year. Because I think it's a huge problem in why people come over here illegally. And I don't want to seem naive and say, or I don't want to point out one specific country in any way. I'm saying this for any person of any country that wants to come over to here illegally, that it is a problem and it needs to be stopped.
Thank you, Johnny Senior.
Thanks, Jack Bob.
And now we have Bob Jack interviewing Cameron Walton.
Hello and welcome back to the presidential debate here on CNN, MSNS, CNN, Fox, Nickelodeon, NBC. I'm Jack Bob, here with presidential candidate Cameron Walton. Cameron, how you doing?
Pretty good.
It's good to see you. Now, the question at hand. Going into the 2016 election, what is the most important topic / issue to you and why?
Well, you see, I want to focus more on the college expense problem we have. Now, as we all know, college is very expensive, and if college tuition was free, then the family wouldn't be in debt, and it would actually help out the parents and even the students that are going to college, because they wouldn't end up in debt or have to pay off their student loans more often. College tuition being free would just make going to college a lot more accessible. And also, financial aid, you shouldn't have to renew financial aid every single year. You should be able to, continue throughout your 4 years or however many years you go to college. And that's just really important to me, that we should have college tuition free.
Excellent points. Thank you for your time. Cameron Walton, everyone. And now, the next presidential candidate, Patrick Rickman. Hello and welcome back to the special holiday edition of the presidential debate here on ABC Family. I'm Jack Bob, here with presidential candidate Patrick Rickman. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's great to see you. All right, we have one final question for the candidate. Patrick, going into the 2016 election, what is the most important topic / issue to you and why?
Well, the most important issue to me as a man of God would have to be same-sex marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It would just have to be same-sex marriage. And when I present to you why it is, in no way do I mean to sound rude, but as a man of God, I feel as though a marriage is solely between a man and a woman. That's just the traditional marriage. That's how it's been, and I believe that's how it should be kept. Because when you allow homosexual people, like a gay marriage or a lesbian marriage, to happen, we're changing a very objective truth that God has put in front of us. And I believe that changing that truth is very, very wrong. And I would just like to know, for everyone to know, that when I do become president of the United States in this upcoming election, same-sex marriage will be heavily addressed, and I will make sure that the traditional marriage is upheld.
All right, well, we'll see about you getting elected there, bud. It's great to see you again, Patrick.
We will see. Great to see you.
And now that Patrick's gone, we're going to introduce our next candidate. Bob Jack will be interviewing him, all the way from Iowa, Mason Killebrew.
Welcome back to Disney Channel. This is our last candidate of the night, Mason Killebrew. How you doing? Now, the question being asked today is, what is the most important issue to you for the upcoming 2016 presidential election? Mason?
I feel that a big issue in America is the minimum wage. Overall, like $7.25 is just too low nationally. Because when you factor in inflation and cost of living in certain states, like California and New York, it's impossible to just live on your own, let alone if you're a single mother trying to raise 2 children.
Valid points.
I mean, factoring in inflation, currently the national minimum wage should be about $12. I feel that $12 is a great federal minimum wage. It doesn't like raise too much money into the economy, so prices don't raise too high. It works out for business owners, small business owners specifically. Because if it was like something outrageous like $15, prices would just raise too high for everybody. Like, if you went to McDonald's to buy a hamburger, it'd be like $3 instead of $1, and that doesn't benefit anyone if then they're basically making $7.25. I mean, overall, that's just it.
Thank you for your points, Mason.
And that's all for us here at the special holiday edition of the presidential debate. I'm Jack Bob.
And I'm Bob Jack. Have a happy holiday.
We'd like to wish you all good night.